Right, so this will be part 2 then. Right, I've reorganised. I did have it paused so that I could come back, but apparently I've left it too long. I used to be quite tech savvy, but apparently these days, kids and life and all the rest of it, I'm not anymore. So what we're going to do, I'm going to put my camera down, my phone down, and I'll finish off what I was doing. It's going to take about 30 seconds, hopefully, after this lot. Right, here we go. See, I actually prepared a little bit of something, because in that little break, this is what I did. I wanted you to be able to see. Now, this is where we have the crossover piece from the right side to the left side, which is on the front. Now, literally, all I'm going to do is, and I'm leaving it on Doris, so I can create tension more easily so that I don't accidentally cut the wrong part. Now, if you can see, actually, does it work better if I come this way? I don't know if you can see the individual seam, but literally, whenever anything's stitched together, you can see where those stitches will be, and you can obviously feel them as well when you pull. Now, what we're going to do is literally cut along that join as close as we can, but without cutting any of the other fabric, in order to separate these two pieces. And what should happen is we should end up with, notice the should, by the way, we should end up with something that we can either brooch or tie like a crossover cardigan. This is the theory. Now, the reason I do this only with things I've got from the charity shop or another place, or picked up free, or someone's given me and I'm like, oh, that's nice, but it's not something that I would necessarily wear in the form that it's arrived. Then that's why I'm comfortable to do these things, because it's not like I've been out. I mean, this is from a supermarket clothing brand, so it's not like it's going to be lots and lots and lots of money. Just so sorry, as I'm chatting away, I'm just chopping off the excess bits that I can get to. You can obviously use much finer scissors and finish this off properly, but just to be doing a quick demonstration, I'm just going to trim off. I'm not going to do the finer, I'm just going to do the very obvious bits. The other thing is, with a top like this, to be perfectly honest, if you really wanted to, you wouldn't necessarily have to come back with a fine pair of scissors and then trim off excess bits, because literally, because of the type of fabric that it is, the chances of anybody actually noticing it are quite small anyway. So you can really cheat. Now, here's that offending bit that I didn't like, that claspy bit. Look, let's have a closer look at that, shall we? Where's the... There we go. Let you see. This was, I think it still had the store tags on when I bought it from the charity shop, actually. If I remember correctly, it cost me about £2, that top. And yeah, it's been, because I didn't like the shape on the right side, I've only worn it 2 or 3 times. So it's been washed 4 or 5 times, and that's the result of 4 or 5 washes. Now, I am glad that I did not go and buy this from the shop when it was new, because I would estimate that would cost at least £8 to £10, if not more. As I say, I tend to avoid buying things in that sort of an arena, because I'd rather have something that I can chop up or do something else with if it doesn't work out. But to have paid the full price for something that does that in a couple of washes, no thank you. Yeah, anyway, so that's half the job done. Sorry, I did say to a friend of mine before I started that I'm going to go off onto tangents. This is going to be probably the only video I ever make, but we'll see. Maybe the comedy value alone will help. And then, right, so back to the task in hand. We literally go across then. So we've moved This is our now free bit that was fixed over here. As you can see, because it was ruched or ruffled or folded, whichever you want to call it, crimped, whichever. Different people use different terms, and I'm not a professional seamstress by any stretch of the imagination, so I just guess a lot of the time. I did have quite a good knowledge, but over the years I haven't practiced for a while. So anyway, so this is the bit that we've already cut. Throw that out the way. Don't need to see that at the moment. Now where it joins on the other side, you're literally going to do precisely the same thing. So you're going to get your shears, you're going to try and create tension down that seam as you cut, so that you can expose exactly the right place to cut, and preferably not make any mistakes and create yourself extra work, because obviously, let's face it, this, if I wasn't talking about it and chopsing along as I'm going, I probably would have done this in the first 30 seconds, but you know, talking and being nervous as hell, I must admit, nervous as hell. But as you can see, it doesn't exactly take much concentration. You just need to avoid that seam there on the other side to make sure you don't do, as I say, any additional damage. Now as you can see, I pull that across. There's no holes appearing in that seam anywhere. And I'll show that on this side as well, just so you can see I'm not talking out of my bottom entirely. There you go. And now we've done that, let's take it off of Doris. Bye bye, Doris. Let's get you out of the way for a minute. There you go. This is the original label from it. Legally, as a buy point, just in case other people decide to go ahead and do stuff like this, I found out a little while ago that the second you alter something and it's got a brand in it, it's no longer their design, because you've changed the design. So you're not supposed to keep the tags in. You're supposed to cut the tags straight out. So now that I've altered it and I've changed it and it looks slightly different, whoop, get rid of that. Now, that's the shears done for now, because obviously, like I say, I was aiming to be quick, and I know that the previous video was at least 7.5 minutes. So we're at 14 minutes so far. So for a quick jobby, it's not very good. You can also see how very badly made these things are. Look at that. Doesn't need to be there. Just irritating. Just irritating. I think actually what we'll do, because again, there's no harm in getting rid of that, because it serves no purpose being there. So we've got rid of that as well. And we've made it more comfortable as well. Isn't that lovely? Oh, look, there's some more rubbishy bits. Don't need that. But yes, that's what you get, really. So there we go. We have a crossover top now. Do I have a handy brooch? I usually do. Oh, do you know, I've got a very lovely brooch. Bear with me just... Yeah, 2 ticks. Oh, that's just my running across the room noise. It's a really lovely brooch, actually. Oh, don't show it off. Whoops, I don't know if you even heard that, lovely people. Doris, come back here a moment, lovely. Apparently I say lovely a lot. I don't know, what do you reckon? Ha ha. Here is the lovely brooch, by the way. Is that the right way up? I can't actually remember. I believe it is. But I do get ever so confused. Can we have some focus on that? No. It's a very pretty brooch, anyway. I don't know. Right, now, put the top back on. And because we've taken the label out, now we've got to be a bit careful about the seams being the right way around. And being lace, actually, that's quite tricky if you're not paying 100% attention. So, you can, there you go, you see, literally... Because of the type of fabric that it is, it will just stay like that. It won't fray, it won't give, or anything like that. So you can quite literally leave it, excuse me, as it is, and wear it as a open-fronted blouse cardigan jobby. Or, potentially, let's have a look. Should be able to tie it which is something that is always very popular. There we go. It's very pretty there. Stand her up. She looks a bit better. There we go. Or, because we did like the original style of the blouse, the problem was it didn't have the right shape, did it? So I put it across like it as it was originally, and then we just ruche up this piece here. So literally you're just recreating what was originally there, and then you're going to pop your, she says, pop your brooch on, throwing the brooch on the floor. Now, as I say, normally I'd have done this in the space of about 30 seconds, but I'm shaking quite a lot amongst other things. But there we go. There you have your very quick, oh, we've missed a bit. We've missed a bit. Oh dear. That's the ticket. Anyone else's grandparents say that? That's the ticket. And there we go. Where is she? There she is. Say hi, Doris. Hi. And then obviously you're just going to make that sit the way you want it to. But as you can see, a very quick job of, oh look, I like that, but I'm not quite sure, let's do something with it. And then you've ended up with multiple options on how to wear it. And no, it's not perfect, but it's a very quick thing. And it just shows you that it doesn't matter whether you've got experience or qualification or anything like that. I've literally spent a couple of quid and got something that I can wear with literally anything, actually. Literally anything. And it will suit any frame. It will suit any lady's frame. I would put my bottom dollar on it, to be honest. Anyway, I'm rambling on. This section of the video is now nearly over 13 minutes long. So apparently I'm not shaking anymore. Oh, look, messy hair. I'm going to go and... well, we'll see. Thank you for your patience. It's been a pleasure.